Hey guys, it's Untitled Chapter. So we're going to be getting into your love life. We're going to be doing this by element, and then we will be giving advice by sign. Um, so this is a general reading. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Don't force anything. Also, I always like to say, my intentions for my readings are that your sun, moon, rising, Mercury, Venus or Mars could resonate. I find that some readers get my rising, some readers get my Mars, um, some readers get my Sun. It's rare that some readers get my Mercury, but it happens still. So that's how I like to do it. So if one doesn't resonate, you can always check out another one of your signs. Um, if none of them resonates, well, that's okay. Maybe next time, maybe one of the other readers here will get you. But anyway, we're going to get into it, and we're going to start with the earth signs. Okay, so I just want to start off by saying I have Pisces, Scorpio, Taurus, and Libra on the board. But here's the cards, if you can't see very well. You have the Eight of Coins, you have the Four of Coins, you have the Three of Coins, you have the Hangman, you have the Four of Swords, you have the Nine of Wands, the Eight of Cups, the Death card, which isn't literal death, it's just like a transition or a transformation. Um, some people may get scared of that. It's no one's coming to stab you. It's okay. Hopefully not. That's not what this reading feels like it's about anyway. The Empress. Sorry, I'm being goofy. I hope talking to the Earth signs. Like everyone says, they're all stable and secure, but they're secretly anxious as hell. Probably shouldn't joke like that. Anyway, I just see this being like you've been working on yourself here, like, or just really focusing on your work, just focusing on yourself basically, because it's just like, um, you don't, I just see this Four of Coins as really not understanding what you could have done differently or whatever. Almost maybe an abusive type of relationship. Um, Because with this Three of Coins, I feel like you want to be part of the community. You want to reach out. You want to grow. You want new relationships, but you're still like burnt out and over processing, over analyzing what the hell went wrong. So you're like, the best thing I can do is just focus on myself and be distracted. Basically, is what that is. So this is the Pisces card, but really it's Neptune. It's Neptune with the Hangman. And what I was getting from this, with that combination of that Four of Swords, is that you need to let go of like Neptunian aspects. I don't know if that's the right word for it, but basically, like Neptune, the planet, is like illusions, disillusions. Like that's that one where if you have a lot of aspects on that, like challenging aspects to Neptune, you'll end up over fantasizing about a relationship, maybe seeing things that weren't there. Like you're more romanticizing the fantasy than the actual person. You're in love with the fantasy than the actual person. Like in your head, they are like a solid 10 out of 10. Like they treat you amazing. Like they say all the right things. But like let that go and come back to real life. Face the reality. What actually happened is basically what I see here, because it's just like with these two cards, it's like you feel like you're on your own, you feel like you have to be on your own, but you're still searching and being like, what happened? What happened? And really, it's just like, I feel like I could get a what happened in the middle of here. I didn't think to grab that, but, well, actually, I just got drawn back to that Neptunian aspect with that Hangman. You have to let go of the fantasy and the illusion to see what's real, basically. Um, and that's why you're still wondering what happened so much, because it's just you're living in that fantasy still, how perfect you thought they were, how perfect you thought this relationship was. And you're not seeing the flaws, you're not seeing the disconnects, you're not seeing all that just grime and sludge. So with this Death card and Empress, for you to get to the actual romance that you want, the actual place where you want, the actual place of nurturing, you may have to give this to yourself too, by the way. I would recommend doing it and stop seeking it just from other people. Like, you can fulfill yourself. But the point of this is to let go of this relationship. And I keep looking back at that Hangman, let go of that fantasy. Let go of that fantasy, because it's not serving you anymore. Basically, you're not in that relationship. They weren't that person. Like, let it go. Let it go. So now I think we're going to go ahead and get into the advice for each of the earth signs. We're going to start with Capricorn. Okay, Capricorn, you got the Two of Cups. So I can pick it up. You got the Two of Cups. You got the Seven of Swords. You got the Wheel of Fortune reverse and the Knight of Cups. You got the Ten of Wands. You got the Five of Wands, and you got the Queen of Wands. So basically, Aries, Scorpio, that's Jupiter. So Sagittarius and Pisces are on this. Basically, what I just kept hearing, what about the agreement we had, basically. Like, I don't know why everyone has to make Capricorn so business-minded, but that's basically what I'm hearing, the agreement. What about the agreement? What we agreed to. Like, and I think that's part of that Seven of Swords. It's like they weren't loyal to you or your agreement, basically. And that's really frustrating to you. And you don't understand, but the truth of the matter is, this wasn't going anywhere. All they said, that was fluff. That they didn't mean any of it. Basically, with this Knight of Cups, not Nine of Coins, my bad. So if you notice, like, yeah, we have a cup card. Most cup cards actually have cups, like this Two of Cups, this agreement to be together, to do something, whatever this agreement is. Two of Cups can be love offer, but I kept hearing agreement with that. A lot of them have the cups. Nine of Cups, notice how there's not an actual cup, it's just kind of empty space there. Like, they're just kind of throwing darts out in the dark, hoping something sticks. You know what I mean? Hoping that it's like they're desperate, so desperate for love that they'll say all the things until it actually connects, until it actually works. And either that or it's fuckboy energy. Could be different for other people, but I'm like, ugh, like, not good. And so, like, it's just become a burden to you because they're not a person of their word, and that's very important to you. You need to be able to trust who you're with. So basically, with this combo, yeah, it's spilled milk, but they're not gonna see that. They're not gonna clean up their act. So it's time for you to find what you're passionate about again. For you to go after what you want. And this isn't it. It never was. They were fake. I'm sorry to break it to you, but they were fake. Like, drop them. Okay? So next we're going to go ahead and get into Taurus. Okay, Taurus. So we got the Six of Swords. And when I looked at this, I just felt like I saw this boat just circling. And it's like, what are you doing? Are you going or are you not? The King of Wands reversed. That's a Sagittarius card, by the way. The Ten of Cups reversed. The Page of Cups. The Chariot, that's a Cancer card. The Seven of Swords, Wands, sorry. I wanted to call it Hearts, and I'm like, no, not Hearts. And the King of Earth, which is a Virgo card. So basically what I'm getting here is whoever was here was so indecisive that it still weighs on your mind. Like, what the hell are we doing? Like, did you want to be here? Did you not? What were we? What did you love me? Did you not? Like, what even was this? This person didn't know what they want. It's like they knew the ultimate goal, but they didn't know what it would look like or how to get there, basically. They wanted love. They wanted that long-lasting relationship, but they had no idea what it would look like or how to get there. And they were just kind of hoping that if they offered their love to enough people that it would just stick. You know, like, it would just, one day they would find Cinderella with a glass slipper. You know what I mean? So they know the direction they want to go, but they don't have a map, basically. You know, they know the end goal, but they don't know how to get there. Um, they're confused as hell. And with this King of Coins, King of Pentacles, basically I got that as oh yeah, I need to give advice to you on this card. And that is to you saying, remember your damn worth. Okay? This, you don't gotta settle for any of this shit. Like, I feel like this pisses you off just hearing it. You ain't settling for this, don't. Okay? You deserve better than this. Like, you're good on your own. You don't need this shit. Tell them to fuck off. Okay, sorry. I forgot to say we're moving on to Virgo, but thank you, Taurus, for being here. So, Virgo, I feel like there's actually a lot of care between you two, maybe a lot of love, even. You two just really couldn't come together. Um, so, we got the Eight of Wands reversed. We have the Three of Cups. We have the Ten of Cups. And we have the Three of Swords. So, basically, that's just kind of, like I said, like, you guys wanted to celebrate, but these cups are leaning, man. Like I really focused on that. I saw that, and it was like just breaking. So as much as you guys wanted, it's like one of you were going towards the house, the other one was flowing with the river. Like you guys are just going in two different directions, and it's not that there wasn't love. It's just you guys wouldn't sync up. Like so. With that Three of Swords, I know you're really hurt over this, over it not working out, but it just feels like you guys were on two different paths. Like, you guys were meant to be here for a while, but just not a long time. Because when I got into your advice, we got the Hermit, which is a Virgo card. We got the Page of Swords. We got the Ace of Cups. And we got the World, which is Saturn, Aquarius, or Capricorn card, basically. So I feel like this is saying, I know Virgos, at least astrologically, have a tendency to be very critical of themselves, very hard on themselves or other people. So if you're catching yourself being like that, if you're catching yourself being like, what did I do wrong? Blaming yourself, basically, just really bashing yourself, give yourself a break. You know, you know that you were wonderful, know that you did the best. This kind of came as a don't regret giving your love to somebody. Don't regret it because this was a special connection. With this World card, it's just kind of like appreciating what you two had, even though it didn't work out, is kind of how this feels. So it feels like all the earth signs kind of went through a breakup and you need to know it's okay and you need to know it's okay to move on, basically. Like, you did your best and that's okay. Sometimes shit just don't work out. So we're going to go ahead and get on to the fire signs. Thank you guys for being here. Okay, fire signs. Energy's kind of weird up in here. So we got the strength. We have, which is the Leo card. We have the eight of coins, if I could speak, Eight of Pentacles. We have the Queen of Wands, which is an Aries card. We have the World, which is Capricorn or Aquarius is actually Saturn, but Saturn rules those two. We have the Ten of Coins. We have the Five of Swords. We have Justice, which is Libra. And we have the last fire sign, Sagittarius, and the Temperance card. So we basically have all the fire signs plus some extras. That sounded like I was saying everyone who isn't fire signs are extras. Like, I'm sure y'all will love that. Anyway. So, let's see. Basically, I just keep getting this bounce back and forth between like this anger and just trying to be calm and like appreciative of the experience. This definitely feels like a breakup energy again. If it's not breakup energy, you tend to bounce back and forth for some reason. If you're in a new relationship and you're like this, it's because you haven't completely healed. But if you're like this and it's because of an ex, then it's because you haven't completely healed. You bounce back and forth between that son of a bitch that hurt me, you betrayed me, like you just get so damn mad, but then you bounce back into, you know what? I appreciate the experience. Like, we had good times and it just wasn't meant to work out. Like, I did my best and you know what? I saw a future with them, but you know, it didn't happen and hopefully they're good. I want to be good. I want to be happy. I want them to be happy. basically, and then you go back into like, well, what did I do that was so wrong? Like, that motherfucker, why do they, how dare they? You know what I mean? It just keeps bouncing back and forth like that with that energy. So that's basically where I feel like you are. So if that resonates, we're going to go ahead and start getting into the diving into a little more of the energy / trying to get a little advice for each one of you. We're going to start with Aries. Hey Aries, so you got the Nine of Cups reversed. And when I saw that, I just heard that motherfucker disrupted my happiness. Like, I was good on my own, and then they came and tried to knock over my cups, like disrupting my wellness. Like, I was good, and like I wanted to have fun with them. And then like I was sitting here trying to offer them stuff, and I just never felt appreciated. By the way, this King of Pentacles reversed, that can be a Virgo placement. And it's just like with this Two of Coins reversed, it's just, I just heard you got that sense of falling. Like never feeling like you were on your feet, never really feeling grounded with them. Like you never really understood. Like it's like 1 minute you thought you got it, but then the next you didn't. With that Knight of Cups, I just feel like that was kind of a like very confusing, because it's like they'll send you a lot of love and then they'll just be like, take it away. And that can be a Scorpio placement, by the way. But it's just kind of like a whole, what are we? What are we doing? What do you want? Like, do you like me or not? Because like 1 minute you're like all in here, and then the next minute it's like you keep wanting me to do more, I do more, and then you just, Aries, you try to be extra, and then they don't appreciate it. They may show a little appreciation, but then they don't appreciate it. It's like at first a little appreciative, but then it's just like, well, you could have done a little more. You know, you could have done a little more, and it's just like, I could have done nothing at all. Okay. And you're just like, what the hell did I do to you for you to treat me like that? You're really in that headspace. So I drew the High Priestess, which is a moon card, which the moon rules Cancer. So you could have been dealing with that. It doesn't have to be. But as soon as I saw this card, I just heard your intuition was right. Trust your intuition. You knew from the beginning. You just didn't trust it. You knew from the beginning what type of person this was. You knew who you were dealing with. You just didn't trust your intuition. All right, Aries, thank you for being here. We're going to go ahead and get on to Leo. Okay, Leo. So basically, with this top row, with the Ace of Wands, the seven, is this seven? My bad. Eight of Swords, reversed, and the Two of Swords, they basically get this whole like, you bounce back and forth between, because when I got this, I was like, upright? No. Yes? No. It felt like it just depends on the moment. So are you saving yourself? Are you unblindfolding yourself? Are you leaving it on? And it feels like you bounce back and forth between this passion, this like, oh my God, this is it. This is a blessing. Like, this is so amazing. I love being here. To like, oh my God, I'm just gonna, you know what I mean? You're just like, I don't know what to do with this. Like, it's just gonna end up like last time. It's kind of how I was getting at. I'm like, what? And then we got the Devil, which is the Capricorn card. You could have been dealing with a Capricorn, some Capricorn influence in your life, but basically being in a toxic situation ruined this for you, because you were still in that Four of Cups, where, you know, you're just, see that, like, romantic offers being offered to you, but you're like, what's the ulterior motive, though? Like, what you really trying to get? Like, what you being sneaky, and I know you are, and it's because you were still hurting. You didn't let yourself heal, like, and you just couldn't. With this Three of Cups reversed, you could not let yourself enjoy the moment. And basically, when I got into the advice for it, I got the Star and the Two of Wands, and the Star can be an Aquarius card, and I really, when I was trying to get into like, okay, what should the advice be? I got into that water bearer aspect of Aquarius. So I don't know if you were dealing with one or if you have it in your chart. I feel like it's more of the whole Aquarius can like contain the water for other people, and then, they're good for like ranting too. Basically, what am I trying to say here? My Pisces Mercury isn't working right now. Basically, they're good to rant to because they'll hold the space for you, and then they'll just be like, okay, that was their emotion. You know what I mean? So basically, what I'm getting out of that is before you can move forward and start planning what you want to plan, all this excitement that you want to feel, you got to be able to get rid of this ick, because before you're not letting yourself celebrate because you still got this like ick feeling. You're still worried about all this toxicity. You're still a little bound to it. You got to release it. You got to let go of all these negative emotions. You got to go through it. Like, you can't just like glow up and get yourself like working out or new clothes or whatever, smile and tell people you're doing good, tell yourself you're doing good while you're actually crying in the mirror. Like, you know what I mean? Like, come on, Leo, come on. Like, your image is very important to you, but you crying at home. Like, don't front with me. Like, I've had so many best friend Leos. I know how y'all work. So let it go. Like, you need to have this emotional space. Get a therapist if you need one. Okay, like, you need to be able to let this go, because holding on to this toxicity ain't doing you no good. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get on to Sagittarius. Thank you for being here. Okay, Sagittarius. So we have Pisces, Cancer, Capricorn, and Aquarius up in here. So anyway, you got the Nine of Coins, you got the Moon, you got the Chariot, you got the Queen of Coins, you got the Knight of Swords, and you got the Three of Cups. Basically, I feel like you just do what you want whenever you want. You go with the flow, you go with how the wind flows, you go with how you feeling, and you just do, like, no matter what happens in the end, as long as you do what you want to do, you're okay. And look, I'm not saying it's bad to do you, but you're kind of hurting people, okay? Because it feels like you want to commit, like you miss this person. You're the one that walked out on this, but you still want to check up on them. What are you doing? How do you feel? You don't know. You don't know how you feel, because one day, like, you're really feeling it. You're missing them. You want to reach out. You want to love on them. The next day, you're mad at them. You don't want to touch them. You're just like, your mood's swinging up in here. You don't know what direction you want to go in. Like, you really don't. And now, I feel like this is Sagittarius advice. This always could be reciprocated, or not reciprocated, reversed, like the other person, the cross watcher. Could be the person you're dealing with. But because I know Sagittarius gets a lot of shit for commitment issues. This may not be you, but the energy is here. So it may be your side, maybe the person you're dealing with. Either way, I'm reading it. I'm calling it like I see it. And it's like, every time you really, it's kind of like every time you just really treasure someone, really want to nurture them, really want to give in, you're just like, let's go. Like, you're kind of impulsive about it. And then you're like, I think I did too much. And you start backing off. You're like, I think I burnt out a little, like, I got a little too excited. So it's just kind of like, okay, look, Sagittarius, like, you like someone, don't be so explosive with it then. If every time you get explosive with it, you want to back off because you scare yourself. Okay? Okay. Like, own it if this is your advice. Okay? We all have our faults. We all have things we need to work on. Own it if this is your advice. If this is a cycle of someone you're dealing with, however this applies to you, why do you keep looking into these people? Why do you get so excited with these type of people that just go boom, 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 like, let's do all the things, and then they back off and they get scared whenever it gets too real? What is it in you that likes that type of person? Because it ain't working out for you, is it? Okay, so got a little real, but I think Sagittarius can handle that, so I'm not going to feel bad about that one. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and get on to the water signs. Thank you guys for being here. Alright, water signs. You got the Seven of Cups. You got the Tower, which is Mars energy. can be Scorpio or Aries. We got the Ten of Swords. We got the Three of Cups. We got the Five of Wands. And we got the Seven of Swords. So basically, this came apart, or is going to come apart, depending on your timeline. You never really know. Because someone wants to play their damn options. They want to play the field. They want to be like, I'm hot and I know it. I want to go around. And Scorpio, I'm kind of looking at you because we got Scorpio energy on the field. But you know what? You could be just pulling the trigger and be like, you want to treat me like that? Goodbye. You know, Aries is also on the field. You could be dealing with, I hate when Aries give us a bad name, but you know, there are some shitty Aries out there. So anyway, basically what I am seeing here, someone wants to play the field, you're getting sick of it, you're too hurt, you're tired of being anxious, you're tired of feeling like they're being deceitful, they're just slow, like they're tricking you, because they probably are. You got the Three of Swords and the Five of Wands. And you know, I heard like every time we're going good, we gotta fight. What's up with that? Every time we celebrate, we're fighting. Like, what's up with that? Every time there's something good, we're fighting. What's up with that? Like, I specifically heard at a birthday party. I don't know how that resonates for y'all, but that is what I heard. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and get into the specifics, like get some advice. I said leave them, like you're at rock bottom, but it ain't getting any worse. You know, it ain't getting no better either if you stay there. But I mean, it ain't getting any worse if you leave, basically. Like, you know, I hate doing readings like this, but at the same time, some of y'all need to hear it. Like, if you're in a miserable situation where someone's just acting like, you know, they are just hot shit and they want to explore their options, they're not giving you the time of day, they're not giving you the respect you deserve, they're not treating you like the trophy you are. I don't know if trophy's offensive, that's why it came out. Like, the amazing person you are, like, you know, like you should be treated like trophy, just like awesome, you know what I mean? Anyway, I'm done apologizing for that one because I explained my intentions, like just supposed to be something really good. So like the amazing little thing you are, they are just like, nah, I can get like all the things I want. Okay, well, have fun without me is the attitude you need to have, basically. But we're going to go ahead and get into advice. We're going to start with Cancer. Okay, Cancer. So we got we got the Hermit. We got the Ten of Cups. We got the Star. So Virgo, Aquarius, Capricorn with the Queen of Pentacles. We got the Three of Cups, and we got the Ace of Wands. So basically when I started getting in here, it was like, okay, we got all this wonderful stuff, what's going on? So I just heard that's how they see them. That's why we got the Hermit. Like, you need to go in and reflect and figure out what is going on. It's like you're really fantasizing all the good things. You're just like, yeah, they're treating me like shit, but have you seen the good though? Have you seen the good? It's so wonderful. Like, we have all these plans, like you know, this is usually like a wish fulfillment type of thing for me, but it's like you're so blinded that you can't even see like if it's actually what you want. You feel like they're nurturing, but are they though? I don't know. Like, you want to celebrate, but man, those cups are about to fall over. Like, you feel very passionate, but can you see what's real? Can you see what's real? And another thing, like the majority of this isn't Earth. I mean, we got the Queen of Pentacles, but the Hermit is a Virgo card, which is an Earth card. It's like, let's get a little grounded and analytical. Because I was like, okay, I kept hearing it's a lie, deception. So if that's actually a lie and deception, what's the truth? And these two came out together with the, what is this? The High Priestess and the Six of Swords. So basically what I got off of that is, well, the High Priestess is actually your card, Cancer. It is it's ruled by the moon, which is your card. And I just heard, if you trusted your intuition, if you just didn't deny your damn intuition, because you got that little voice in the back of your head just nagging you saying, okay, yeah, like, There's some cute shit, but have you actually paid attention to what's happening? If you just paid attention to it, you may actually see what's actually happening. Your intuition is trying really hard to reach you. And if you actually saw it, you'd be running. They ain't doing you right. Basically, is what I'm getting off of this. And one way or another, your intuition's going to come out. Your intuition's going to be like, I was right. I was right. So you can either trust it now, or you can go along and you know, I just feel like saying, okay, this needs to 100% resonate for you if you're just gonna like run. Like, I hate doing breakup readings, like break up with them, but like, this is like a real trust your intuition. If you got that voice nagging you in the back of the head, it's there for a reason. Or you're gonna figure out that it was right all along eventually. One or the other. Okay, thank you, Cancer. So we're gonna go ahead and get into Scorpio. Scorpio, I kind of feel like you've already left, basically. If not emotionally checked out. So we got Temperance, which is, to me, it's about healing and all that, seeking the higher knowledge, seeking the wisdom of the situation. That is a Sagittarius card. Could have been dealing with a Sagittarius. When I got the Six of Cups, I just saw like, man, that looks like it's heavy. Like, that is the observation I saw in this. Like, it feels like there's a lot of weight on you in this relationship and you just couldn't bear it anymore, basically. So you decided to just do your own thing, to start over, to find where you are passionate, to find what you want to do, to just start over, basically, with the Fool card there. That is ruled by Uranus. So so go shake your ass. No, sorry, I'm feeling goofy. So it's an Aquarius card. But basically, what I'm getting here is, don't go back to your ex. Don't go back to your ex. It was a burden. It was a burden, okay? Like, it's okay that it didn't work out. It is okay that it did not work out. Okay? It's okay that it didn't work out. It was a burden on you. Remember that. Like, sure, there may have been good times, but it was a burden on you, and you left for a reason. So whenever you're feeling lonely and want to call them, remember why you left. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get on the Pisces. Okay, Pisces, so in your life, we have Scorpio, Saturn, which can be Capricorn or Aquarius on the board. Basically, what I'm getting, when I saw these two cards pop out, well, actually, it was like all three of these. The Nine of Swords, the Knight of Cups, and the Four of Coins. I heard that song, All the Things You Say run through my head. That song, sorry, I didn't sing for you, but you can go look up the song, okay? But I heard that song just blaring in my head, and it's just like, okay, but what about all the things you said? What about all those promises? And you're just like, was that not good enough? Like, you're just, oh my God. The fact is, they just love bombed your ass, okay? They just said things and they never backed it up, okay? And this just gave you anxiety. Like, is it true? Is it not? Like, and the reason why that anxiety came through is because with this Ten of Cups reversed, you knew. Water signs are intuitive, okay? You knew it was fake, but you wanted to believe it was real, right? You wanted to believe the sweet things they were saying. But inside your head, inside your heart, wherever your intuition is, some people say gut, you knew it was fake. So with this Seven of Coins and the World, your growth will be after them. So if you want to look at this relationship with appreciation, this relationship taught you bullshit. You can see some bullshit now. You can smell it a mile away and you're like, no, I'm not falling for this Knight of Cups bullshit again. Show me. Like, I want to hear it. I do. But back that shit up if you're going to say it. You know what I mean? So with this Two of Swords, I just get this whole, let it go. It ain't shit. It ain't worth holding on to. It ain't worth holding on to. Let it go. Because at the end of the day, you can do better. You can do better. You don't deserve someone who's just going to say the things to get you to do what they want. You deserve that love back. You deserve that reciprocation. Why do you think you don't? Okay? We're going to go ahead and get on to the air signs. Thank you for being here. All right, air signs. We're about to start with you. And I'm just going to say, my intentions were to get into your love life, and I've just been digging up dirt. So I'm curious, are we going to end on a good note, or am I going to dig up some more dirt on you, okay? And not necessarily on you, but in your situation, you know what I mean, on another person. Anyway, I'm just entertained by that. We're going to go ahead and start with you. Air sign, come on now. I thought maybe one of you would have a good relationship. Not tonight. Not tonight. And that's okay. Maybe we just need closure tonight, and that's okay. So I'm just keep digging up your dirt. So anyway, we got the Ten of Swords. We got the Nine of Wands. We got the Eight of Cups. We got the Two of Coins. We got the Four of Coins reversed. We got the we got the Three of Wands reversed, and we got Temperance, which is a Sagittarius card. So anyway, you're feeling dead. You're feeling dead on the inside, and you want to move forward, you want to take care of yourself, but you don't know how to right now. You're just out of energy, you're out of time. You feel like you're out of time. You're just like, basically, you want that closure. You're like, what the fuck even happened, you know? Like, why aren't the feelings reciprocated? But at the same time, you're trying to move forward and have a good time and still enjoy your life. But this past is just weighing really heavily on you. So in a way, it's like it's keeping you from moving forward, but you're trying really hard to. You're trying to understand it so you can move on, basically is what I'm getting from this. So I guess we're just going to try to get some closure for your ass. So let's go ahead and get into Libra. We're going to start with Libra. Libra, I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to read this how it comes out, you know? And this one's kind of, I feel like this one's a little, yeah. But basically, we got the Six of Wands. We got the Ten of Cups. Then it switches into this Ten of Wands. Death card, which is Scorpio. The Star, which is Aquarius. So you could be dealing with those. And we got the Eight of Coins reversed. So basically, the love was real at one point. Like, there was fulfillment in this relationship. Like, the praise was real. They really enjoyed the time they had with you. But it just switched up. It just switched up. All of a sudden, it went from Ten of Cups, like this beautiful emotional fulfillment, to Ten of Wands. For one of you, probably them, but just like a burden, basically. And so, like, the Death card, as hard as it was, like, they just couldn't put any more work in. Either that or they didn't see you putting in more work, but I'm kind of feeling it was more. Honestly, I feel like it was more their side just based on how I drew this and how I did it. But with that star, they just kind of went in this direction. And I was like, what is this direction? So we got over here, we got the Page of Pentacles. We got the Three of Cups. We got the Queen of Wands. She could have been dealing with an Aries, but basically they were just like, they impulsively moved in a new direction. They found a new passion, and they wanted to chase it, okay? And it's not that they never cared about you. It's just they really got excited about something new, basically. So I drew something for advice, and we got the Page of Swords reversed. Don't reach out. Don't stalk their social medias. Leave it alone. Do your best to, I won't say not think about them, because you need to be able to get that shit out, basically, but don't keep adding new information, though. Like, don't try to reach out to them. Don't stalk their social medias. Don't add to the misery. You know what I mean? Okay. Sorry, Libra, but it's what came out in the cards, and I just had to read it, but I still feel like saying sorry because that situation sucks. But hopefully this at least helps. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get on to Aquarius. Hey, Aquarius. So basically, you got the Nine of Pentacles, that's the coolest card. You got the Five of Cups. You got the Star, that's you, reversed. You got the King of Cups, that's Pisces, reversed. We got the Six of Swords. And we got the Four and Five of Wands. So basically, I feel like this is like okay, this was a steady relationship, right? Like, trying really hard to build on it, but then it's just like, one day, it's just like is this actually what I want just happened? And because this is the Star card, I'm going to go ahead and, I want to assume it's you, because that's an Aquarius card, but take it how it resonates. If you're not the one that just questioned, is this actually what I want, and then went cold, then that's what happened. But with that King of Cups reverse, it's just like, all of a sudden you just couldn't really feel the emotions for the moments. You just couldn't be sympathetic. You just couldn't deal with it. So you're like, I think I need to walk away from this. I don't know exactly how this plays out. I don't know if they did this or if this is your energy, but there is something about like a transition of the energy going from fighting to romantic, like trying to get you back, or like you missing them. So the like, it could be this whole lack of empathy energy switching back into like a romantic energy and you missing them. There's something about a switch of energy there. So however that resonates. And basically, I drew for your advice, and we got the Knight of Wands. That's a Leo card. Could have been dealing with Leo. Doesn't have to be. So you're very passionate, and you're very focused on your goal, what you want to move forward towards. But I don't think you're really seeing what you need to work through. Like, do you see how much pain and devastation is out on both? Feeling left out in the cold, like, just ignoring, like, all the good things just because, like, you're so miserable right now. Like, you really need to feel that. Stop compartmentalizing. Oh my God, I can't say the word. Sorry. It's embarrassing saying that to Aquarius, but I can't say it right now, but you're basically bottling it up. And you're like, I don't need to feel that right now. Like, what are feelings anyway? Like, right? Like, they're just bothering me. I want to have a good time. I want to have fun, basically. I think that Two of Coins really would have resonated with you. Like, yeah, the past is heavy, but let's focus on forward. Let's focus on forward movement. Let's focus on the good. Like, I just want to have a good time, and eventually it's going to go away. That ain't working. Ain't working. Why are you crying then? You know? And people like to say Aquarius is emotionless. No, the hell they're not. They're just not comfortable showing everybody their emotions. Okay? So, why are you so upset then? Why does it still bother you then? Why do you still have shit to work through? Realize it, face your demons, get through it, and then we can focus on whatever this goal is. Part of me is like, you want to come back, but you can't come back with all this negativity. I don't know if that's it. I don't know if you want to move forward somewhere else. Whatever it is, you're not going anywhere with all this shit weighing you down. Okay? So we're going to go ahead and get on the Gemini. Thank you guys for watching. Okay, Gemini, so you got the world, which is Saturn, Capricorn, or Aquarius. You could have been dealing with that. We got the Seven of Wands. We got the Queen of Swords, which is a Libra card. We got the Lovers, which is you. We got the Emperor, which is an Aries card. And we got the Fool, which is Uranus, which is a Aquarius card. So basically what I'm getting here is like, you're okay to move on. But like, you still look at it appreciatively. But some in you still just fights like the whole moving on. Like, yes, this is fighting. I don't know, but you just want to know the truth. Basically, you just want to know what the fuck happened. Basically, because one moment you were really good and you thought like that's what it was. It's like I just need to understand, right? I just need to understand. I'm okay to move on with my life, but I would just like to understand. So with this Three of Swords, with this ten of Pentacles, and with this Eight of Wands reverse, you guys just basically saw, you guys didn't sync up. You guys just saw your future differently. Like you guys just couldn't agree on what you were doing, when you were doing it, where you were going, and how far you were doing it or going. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like there was chemistry. There was friction too. And that friction, that whole like, yeah, you're not really walking the same path, basically, is what happened. So I know it hurts with that Three of Swords, and take your time to heal. And like, I feel like you wanted to be flexible, and you wanted to try to compromise the paths at least a little bit. Like, you still had your goals, but like, why can't we compromise a little? Like, is your goals that different from mine? Like, I don't understand. Like, there was just too much friction. You guys just, there was just too much of you guys not seeing eye to eye, not meeting in the middle, and it's just not, you guys were butting heads too often. You guys weren't coming together, basically, is what I'm getting from this. Hopefully that helped. Thank you for being here, and I think I'm done for the night. You guys have a great night.